How's it going, folks? Welcome to Georgia. Sorry it's been a while. I bought a new camera. Well, new to me. Relatively new. Condition-wise as well. I don't know how much it was ever shot. I mean, the biggest sign of wear on it is tripod mount, but that doesn't take much to scratch. Let's take a bit of a look at this guy. We'll talk about some things and catch you guys all up to speed. To start with, this guy is as best as I can tell, well, I know it's a Crown Graphic. As best as I can tell, it was made in 1947. Nice and clicky. It's got an Ektar 127mm f4.7 lens. And this camera is pretty much in the shape it was when I got it. As it was presented to me, it was pulled out of a really crummy camera bag with a little chamois over it. And from what I was told from the guy I bought it from, it's pretty much been in a box since 1965. The last time he remembers it being taken out, his dad went out with him to the swamp to take some landscapes. And with it, I got this box of accessories, little lens hood with a yellow filter, the adapter and the filter in this, a random little Kodak filter guy. It's a fun little add-on, I guess. I've got two of the viewfinder masks, one of which we will be putting into the camera. I just didn't want to force it in there before I took everything apart and de-dusted and ungrimed some of it. There's not a whole lot of grime, but it does need a little bit of cleaning up. I've got the cap for the rangefinder top. You can see here that it's currently missing, along with the screw, but I have several cameras at this point with these CalArt synchronized rangefinders, so we might borrow a screw from one of them that is not really using it. In addition with this guy, I got some literature. We'll be seeing these in a second. Instruction manual, some information for using a Polaroid Landback with a 4x5, and the pacemaker graphics instruction and reference manual. Always a big fan of getting the instruction manuals with stuff. I have a stack of them on my shelf behind me. So I got the camera, I got some instruction manuals, I bumped my desk. I got those viewfinder masks. I got not one, but two Graphomatic backs. Looking forward to seeing if these guys work, because that would make life a lot of fun, going out shooting this without having to carry a bag full of film holders. Like these guys. So I've got two of these old Fulmer Graflex film holders. Pretty nice. And then I got three older wooden film holders. It's funny, they look very similar too. I mean, all wooden film holders look the same, but I've got some 5x7 plate holders. So I haven't taken these apart to check them. This one's got a little crack in the dark slide, which is a bummer. But it came to me like that. And I checked. I don't think any of these have film in it, but I believe this one might, so we'll be taking a look at that. Future Eric here to tell you that, plot twist, it wasn't that wooden film holder that had film in it, but the Graphomatic holders. We'll talk about that more in a future video. Alright, back to the past. Who knows? We'll find out. So yeah, I came across the guy I bought this from. Every once in a while you make the rounds at antique stores, see if they have anything good. And I hit the one where I bought two cameras from there. I bought my Argus A. It's that guy. Which I am very excited to take out and do some shooting with before long. And I also bought, one second, over to the shelf, It's the same store I bought my Medalist from, which I would love to take out and shoot more, but re-rolling 120 film onto the Kodak-specific film holders is a bit of a pain in the ass, so I don't do it much. Someday I'll invest in getting this guy machined out so I can just put 120 in there, but these things are cool. So I was at the antique store, checking to see what they had on the shelf. Reminded the owner that cameras is usually what I'm interested in. He's like, oh, we haven't had any for a while. But there was another antiques dealer who he was chatting with. He's like, oh, what kind of cameras are you interested in, kid? So I told him, these days, mostly large format or interesting 35mm specimens. And he's like, oh, I might have something you'd be interested in. I was like, oh, really? So he regaled me with the story of his uncle's Graflex. And if he could find it, he said he would give me a call. He found it. And the story goes, this was his uncle's in the late 40s, who passed, I guess, shortly after that point, and his dad got it. And from there, you know, he shot it periodically, but after around 1965, it went in a box, and there it stayed until, you know, its existence was remembered. And I was told it was in excellent condition. I wasn't sure what that actually meant, coming from someone who wasn't really much of a camera person, from my understanding. But I don't think he was very wrong. The back looks excellent. I do need to clean the ground glass. Got a flashlight around here somewhere. Just a little bit of schmutz from years of sitting in a box, but otherwise not too bad. The insides were all pretty dust free. The only thing I've done to it is the springs for the Graflock back were gummed up. Whatever, I don't know, they'd probably been lubricated with, had turned to cement after a while, but a little bit of working some of the crud out. Clean that right up. No dust on the inside. There is a tiny spot of fungus on the inside of the lens, but I think we can take care of that without much difficulty. I don't even know if we can, let's see if I can show you guys. Just some general crumminess. See if I can find where it is again. There it is. There's a spot right. You can kind of see some of it. Anyways, it just needs a little bit of cleaning. There it is. Right there at the top. So we'll get her apart. All of the shutter speeds seem to work pretty well, which is nice. You know, without doing any real testing, they sound pretty good. Definitely in a condition where I'm happy to go take it out shooting. And then I remembered that I had some other Graflex film holders, so I've got a couple other lenses mounted to play around with. One of my 8x10 lenses, which, well, you guys will see it shortly. Maybe not shortly, who knows. Anyways, I'm sorry it's been so long since we last caught up. I've recorded a couple of videos, but nothing ever made it to the light of YouTube. But I still have all the files, so maybe we'll work something out with that at some point. Who knows? I make no promises. Promises only get broken. But I hope everyone is being well and staying safe. And we'll see you guys soon. Later.